started. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get our work session going for Board of Commissioners. For item number 1, the proposed water main from 136 on Jones Mountain Road to the Gilmer County line. I'm going to let Mr. Coleman give us an update on that and how he's progressing and getting the material purchased and everything.
Okay, it's 17,000 feet from our water main to Gilmer County on Jones Mountain Road. And EPD requested all entities be tied together, so that's one reason we need to get to Gilmer County. There's some people in Gilmer County that needs water. We also have people on our side of the line that needs water. We'll be running 8-inch C900 pipe, and right now it's the lowest price it's been in about 10 years with gas prices down. So we decided to go ahead and purchase 17,000 feet of it. It's right at $88,000 in use splash money. We also purchased part of the fire hydrants to do it with, so that once we get EPD approval, we can proceed with starting it. And as more splash dollars come in, then we can buy more fire hydrants and fittings.
And our plan is to do it in-house.
Correct. Correct. All labor is in-house. Materials is the only thing we'll buy out of splash. Right now we've submitted it to EPD for approval. We've also submitted our DOT plans to bore 136. There is no right of way that we'll need up through there. So
everything's on county right of way.
Everything's on county right of way.
What we're having to do with the 136 area, we're having to go on the road there for 136 makes a right-hand turn, goes back towards Burke Mountain Road. Our water line goes to right there. We're just going to pick it up from there and just shoot it right to the Gilmer County line.
Right.
And then hopefully
Gilmer County has in the meetings we've had with them, they would like to run down and tie on to us and either purchase water from us or sell water to us.
Yeah.
Which route you going, 136?
No, actually, we're on 136 now. We're going up Jones Mountain by the old landfill.
And that'll be going all the way to the Gilmer County line.
How far have they got to run their line?
They like about 3 miles also.
Mm-hmm. Where is their main water source? Where do they?
The river.
River.
Okay, so they would be a good source if we ever needed to purchase from them.
Correct, correct. And if they need it, we can also furnish them water with water we purchase from Calhoun to sell back to them if they get in.
Or big canoe.
Or big canoe, yeah.
Big canoe or the Becky, to give you a reference, you know where the post office is in Gilmer County?
Mm-hmm.
Right there behind the post office where their intake is for the Gilmer County water.
Okay.
Off the river right there. Anything else you got brewing, Larry?
No, that's about it. That's about it.
All right, and your pipe has started coming in?
We got the pipe in. We've got the first load of fire hydrants and fittings in to get us started once the EPD approval gets back. And the way the splosh, if it continues going like Ms. Harvey has told me it is, hopefully we'll be able to get enough splash dollars in within 6 months to complete that job.
Okay. And you work with Term Sheet Engineering, of course, to make that.
Correct. Yeah, they're drawing up the plans as cheap as possible and also submitting it to EPD for us.
Okay. How long, you got a timeline when you think you'll
it'll take probably a month to get EPD approval. What we're going to do as soon as the DOT permit gets back, we're going to go ahead and bore 136, get that casing in the ground, get everything ready, so when EPD approval, when we receive it, then we can just start.
You can put a cutoff valve right there where in case we need to, if we do pull water from Gilmer County, we'll cut the line off.
Right, there's actually 4 cutoff valves in that line.
Okay. All right. You guys got any further questions? And you will be putting fire hydrants every, what?
1,000 feet.
Every 1,000 feet will be a fire hydrant on that line up through there. All right, that brings us down to item number 2, update on the 911 remodeling. Not only is that the 911 remodeling, that's also the 911 upgrade. Sloan, you want to give us an update on that? Or?
Yeah, I can. The furniture should all be in. The estimated date is April 5th for the furniture, the consoles, basically where the girls and guys sit. As far as the server equipment and all the radios and all that, they've not given us a drop dead date yet. They're just saying summer completion. One of the ways they do it, they build everything from the time you sign. They build everything, so it's not like, you know, they have these servers and everything else. They're specifically building what we want in our 911 center. So that's what's taking a little bit longer as far as the equipment. But they're still saying summer completion, but they can't give me a drop dead date yet.
The building itself is pretty well ready for them now to
Right.
come in.
We're just
And,
waiting on
once we get the new consoles and the new computers and everything up and going, then they'll just more or less flip the switch, shut the old section down, and get that up there. We can take and clean the old section up and hopefully put down new carpet and paint it for future use in the future there. And this is considered our 5-year update that the state requires?
Correct.
Okay. And it was in the budget, if y'all remember. In Faye, what was that, around $290,000, wasn't it, or?
We budgeted $320 for the
Oh,
total project.
320, okay. All right. That brings us down to item 3, update on the DFACS lease of the building next to the administrative office. That's this building here across the way, as well as we had 2 extra offices down in at the courthouse, at the old part of the new courthouse now. State probation, powers to be there, had requested that state probation, because they had some mold issue in the building they were in, and we had these extra offices there. They wanted to come across and move into the probation area. Didn't have no problem with that. Have talked to the state leasing board or the state properties commission that leases these properties, and they're going to pay us rent for those 2 offices down there at $1.60 a square foot. So they're paying us rent for those 2 offices. There will be as soon as the leases get here. We already sent them a draft. They're going over it. Should be sending it back to us any time. But the state probation officers have already moved because they were in a bind, so they moved. As for the building across the street here, it is in the works also. They sent us back a set of plans, showed what little remodeling they wanted done. Not a deal breaker. Of course, they wanted a bathroom scenario where it had a tub and a shower for the children that they have to bring in to clean up, along with the washing machine and dryer. And so all that is being accomplished now. And they are looking, to give you all a heads up, DFACS is looking for a bigger square footage building to move in because it had such a growth in this area. So anyway, that building is hopefully we get it done. They'll be moving somewhere in the future, near future, into that facility there. And they'll be moving from the building that they're in, which is about 4,400 square feet, into this building that is 8,400 square feet, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. And so that'll be a good lease there.
What are they paying us for the lease?
The square footage lease on that building right here across the road is $1.15 a square foot. It'll be approximately $9,000, not quite $9,000 a month rent. We'll be going to Pickens County.
And what are we spending on the updates that we're managing?
So far, do you remember what the total is so far?
The plumbing is gonna be around 4,000, I think, for the plumbing.
Yeah.
To add the tub and shower in the bathroom, so.
Yeah.
The other renovation's not complete yet, so I don't know.
The other renovations, what it was, they were wanting us to, the bathroom is the biggest thing. It's gonna be somewhere around $4,000. The other remodeling they was wanting done is tear a few walls out and adding a few doors. So we're able to use our original door frames and doors instead of wasting, so we're using that back. And then the only thing we've got to do in those particular areas is put, like for instance, the bathroom, we've got to put a tile floor down the bathroom. Where we're taking the walls down, we'll just put in carpet and repaint and spruce the building up.
So,
I figure somewhere probably $10,000, maybe $12,000 at the most, counting the bathroom, if it's even that much. And the lease for that.
That's right.
Yeah. And the lease for that building over there is they pay all utilities. So, and they will be putting in their own phone system. They did not want the county to put the phone system in, they won't put their own phone system in. So they'll be doing that one. Any questions on that?
sounds good.
All right, and that'll pretty well locate all county offices, whether they're state offices or county offices, to this location here of the administration building. Get everything centrally located. All right, that brings us down to item number 4, wind damage on the back of the courthouse. On the back of the courthouse, there is 2 pieces of aluminum trim that caps over the parapet wall on the back over Judge Weaver's office. We had the roof checked. The roof is not damaged. The metal is being replaced. It's going to be very minor, and it's cosmetic, nothing structural. But when the wind damage, the wind that we had here a few weeks ago, it's ripped two pieces of that trim off, so that's what's going on there. Update on the Tax Commissioner's office remodeling. Rodney had been working on that. Sharon Trogman had come to us and talked about remodeling her office and the public's area that her 5 or 6 employees are in. What's going on there with the upgrade that the state's requiring her to do, she's got to have now, I think it's 2 printers at every station. So they have scratched themselves out. So we have been kicking some ideas around. We've got everything pretty well laid out. New desks, new hutches, probably put down new carpet. The overall plans are to come in here on Thursday evening and go ahead and swap everything out and have everything ready to go by Monday of the next week. If she so desires, the color's been picked out. We haven't ordered anything yet because Sharon's got to get the final approval because it'll go towards her budget. But we're looking at somewhere around 12 grand.
12,000.
About $12,000 to do that. And it'll have to come out of her budget or possibly a budget amendment. So I want to give you all a heads up on that one. And but it will be Sharon's call, and then it'll be our call to give her a budget amendment.
What about the printers and stuff?
That's
coming from the state?
That's coming from the state. And so all that'll be furnished by the state. This is just, we're tearing out, we'd be tearing out all that the old woodwork, the desks and all that are there, tearing all that out, replacing the carpet and putting the new desks and all in place, and then spacing it out. We're going from at a 6 position set up to a 5, and that'll give them more room for that. And
Does it still have the same look, like the counter?
yes. Except they'll be working off of instead of having a little bitty shelf, they'll be working off a desk in the front, and there'll be more eye-to-eye contact with the people that they'll be working with. They'll still be up the 12 inches, 16 inches, what it is. That's what's going on there. Got any other questions on that one? And don't know, like I say, we still got to meet with Sharon and then see what she wants to do, how she wants us to proceed. But I think the state's requiring that to be, the 2 printers and all to be done by June or July or July 1. July 1. So that is coming down, but they're supposed to be furnishing everything. Any questions about that? Well, that brings us down to item number 6, the preparation of the 2015 audit, and I'm going to turn that over to Ms. Fay. How are you? Are they done yet?
No, actually, they just started this week. They were here on Tuesday. Two of the auditors were here. They were doing some just random transaction testing, and they completed the payroll transaction testing and the EMS revenue testing that we do here. And this week, they've been in the agencies there at the clerk's office and doing judicial, probate magistrate in the sheriff's office. They'll finish that up this week, and then they will be here to do their field work the first week in April. And we're hoping to have a draft by the end of May, and then it has to be filed with the state by June 30th. But everything's on track. Looks good.
You're seeing any issues? I mean, it looks like everything's going to be.
There were no issues with anything they did here on Tuesday. I haven't gotten an update on any of the other offices yet.
Okay.
Amanda is supposed to be here today. I think she's picking up tax commissioner information to take back. The partner, our audit partner, Beth Grimes, does the tax commissioner's office audit. So she's taking information back to her, and I'll talk with Amanda and see if there are any issues or anything that we might have with the agencies.
Okay. Y'all got any questions on that? I got one other item that I want to bring to y'all. Nothing important. Mr. Coleman and me have taken a look at this. He's got one camera there that monitors the drop box at the water department. The 911 system, of course, monitors that on their TV down there. Also, we've got 2 other cameras.
We have one camera, 911 has 5.
Five, that's right,
Yeah.
5 cameras.
Yeah.
What we'd like to do, and it's not gonna come completely out of Larry's budget. Larry wants to upgrade his camera where you can see more facial features. And then, of course, the DVD, still keep to that, but we're thinking about putting a camera out here on the front porch to monitor the front porch. Heaven forbid something happens there. We're looking at the side door over here, put a camera on it. And then, of course, the camera downstairs where most employees come in and out of the building down there, put a camera down there. All this will be monitored through the 911 system and to keep a check on the building 24/7. The total cost of that upgrade is $4,092.29. It was not in the budget. I haven't had time to talk to Faye on these numbers yet, but I just want to give you all a heads up, and I'll be talking to Faye, and then see what y'all would want to do if you think the security needs to be upgraded just a little. Needless to say, we do not have a security officer in this building. We do not do metal detectors. We do have key fobs to get in and out, but it would just, with the cameras, it would give us better control. Heaven forbid something does happen, we can monitor it a little better.
Bob?
I don't know, we may want to look at too, cost wise anyway, as far as putting one at every entrance, maybe.
Well, that would be,
Well, let's see,
well, normally these doors stay locked.
well, normally, you don't know when somebody's gonna come in and,
That can be done. Me and Larry didn't look at this one here on account it's open, once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. And normally there's somebody sitting here. It's not like a door that's unmanned all the time.
What it is, we have 9 spaces in our camera system now. We're utilizing 6 of them. To add the other 3, there's no extra cost to go into another 12 camera system. The new DVR that's quoted there, it records for 15 days, where the one we have now only records for 9 days. And my problem with that is people pay their bill, say they pay their bill, and by the time it gets a late fee, it's already been 10 days. So we can't go back and look but 9 days. So that's one reason we need the 15 days. And the cameras we have now are 500 megapixels. These are 1080.
You didn't ask them when you got this price together, what would the cost would be if we was to go with more cameras than what this is showing right here?
No, the camera price is on there per camera, but you don't have spaces on, and I'm not sure if that DVR there,
The HD DVR 16 channel.
16, if it has 16 capability cameras or not. That's something I have to find out.
Find out and see if there's a bigger price difference. And Jerry, we put a camera on this one here, and we might, if we have an extra space, just turn the camera to face the parking lot, just to monitor the front parking lot, because the back parking lot, as far as that goes.
911 pretty much covers the back parking lot pretty good.
Okay.
The ones they have down there. The only other doors would be at Roy's office and in Johnny's office.
But those have got the alarms on
They
those.
have alarms on those. So
We got one at your door there, but there'll be a camera on that one.
Right.
But into Roy's Hall and the one at D Hall has got those push alarms that sounds off if somebody goes out there.
So Sloan, your group monitors the back parking lot, is that it?
Well, we can monitor from the far south side, but it looks back toward the dumpster and toward this building over here, the DFACS building that they're working on. So we don't really see going the other way a whole lot.
Do you monitor Larry's deposit box out there? Does it go through his system?
Yes.
Okay.
So I mean, there's not somebody, I don't want to say that there's a dispatcher that's actually watching that TV all the time. I don't want to give that impression. They're not.
Right.
But they do glance at it, or if somebody knocks on their on their door, they're able to look and make sure that, you know, it's not somebody armed or something trying to. 911 center has to be a secured building, so, that was the reasoning behind the whole camera system in that area to begin with. So that they're able to see who it is before they open the door down there. And that's generally when they look at it. Most of the time they're looking at their screens. I don't have just one individual sitting there looking at the camera, so I don't want to give that. But we're able to go back if something happens. You know.
How far back did that system, how far back does his system go? How far back?
It's 9 days.
Yours goes back 9 days.
Yeah, we monitor his also. I mean,
Okay.
it goes through the DVR. It's all one system.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's how we caught that criminal back there destroying the garbage that day.
Yeah.
That black bear got in the dumpster.
Sound like you're profiling.
Y'all got any other questions?
No, I just think we do need to secure the building. We just, there's so much crime I read about now in the properties, and, you know, in the past, we just didn't have that up here. So
Well, we
it's
don't-
different.
Well, that's what we're talking about. I just want to be sure you guys know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because we would have to do, I'm assuming, we would have to do a budget amendment to that, to bring the building up to at least more secure standards.
I think we should.
I don't think it'd be that much difference, it depending on that monitor you're talking about, how many you could get lit.
It might not.
The monitoring is no difference. That's just the cost for the new cameras and then
It says right here,
the
this
15-day
right here,
DVR.
it's a little over $1,000.
Yeah, that's replacing all the cameras with 1080 pixel cameras.
Yeah. To where we can recognize facial features. I know Larry's had an incident where I don't think the face was involved, but it was another end. But anyway, okay, well, we will look into that. Anybody got any other? Y'all, gentlemen, ladies? Well, thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. Have a safe week.